What is the Boobie cactus? The Boobie cactus, also known as Cactus geometrizans fucurocorias in boku, is a quirky and unique plant that I found fascinating from the moment I saw it. It's named for its unusual appearance, with plump, rounded protrusions along its columnar body that resemble, well, boobies. This cactus is native to Mexico and thrives in arid conditions, making it a resilient and low-maintenance addition to my plant collection. I love how it adds a touch of whimsy and conversation-starting charm to my space, especially because it's not something you see every day in typical home decor. How to care for Boobie cactus? Here's a guide to keep it happy and healthy. Light. Bright, indirect sunlight. Boobie cactus thrives in bright, indirect sunlight. This provides the necessary light for healthy growth without the risk of sunburn. South-facing windows with sheer curtains or east-facing windows can provide suitable light. Avoid harsh midday sun, especially during hot summer months. Watering. Water sparingly. Boobie cactus is a desert cactus and thrives on infrequent watering. Allow the soil to dry out completely between waterings. Overwatering is a major threat to this plant, so err on the side of underwatering. Signs of thirst. The cactus will wrinkle and lose its plumpness when thirsty. However, it can tolerate some wrinkling without permanent damage. Soil. Excellent drainage is key. Use a well-draining cactus or succulent potting mix. This allows excess water to drain quickly and prevents root rot. You can also create your own mix by combining potting soil with sand or perlite for improved drainage. Fertilizing. Light feeder. Boobie cactus doesn't require frequent feeding. A diluted dose of cactus fertilizer once a year during the growing season, spring or summer, is sufficient. Avoid over-fertilizing, as it can damage the roots. Temperature. Warm temperatures preferred. Boobie cactus prefers warm temperatures between 65 degrees Fahrenheit and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 27 degrees Celsius. Avoid exposing it to cold drafts or temperatures below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius. Humidity. Adaptable to average humidity, Boobie cactus doesn't have specific humidity needs. It can tolerate average household humidity levels. Additional tips. Dormancy. During winter, Boobie cactus may enter a dormant period. Reduce watering frequency even further during this time. Repotting. Repot your Boobie cactus every 2 to 3 years or when the plant outgrows its current pot. Choose a pot with drainage holes that's slightly larger than the root ball. Pests and diseases. Generally resistant, but watch for common cactus problems like mealybugs or scale insects. You can treat them with insecticidal soap or neem oil if necessary. How to propagate Boobie cactus? There are 2 main methods for propagating your Boobie cactus, Cactus geometrizans var. Fucurocorias in boku. 1. Stem cuttings. This is the most common and successful method for propagating Boobie cactus. What you'll need. Sharp knife or pruners, sterilized with rubbing alcohol. Well-draining cactus or succulent potting mix. Pot with drainage hole, size appropriate for the cutting. Optional, rooting hormone. Steps. Choose a healthy stem section. Select a plump, firm portion of the cactus stem. You can take a cut from the top of the main stem or from the middle sections if your cactus is mature enough to have branches. Make a clean cut. Using the sterilized knife or pruners, make a clean cut at a 45-degree angle just below a node, the bumpy area where spines or new growth might emerge. Allow the cut end to dry for a few days, ideally 3 to 5 days, to form a callus. This helps prevent rot. Prepare the pot. Fill the pot with a well-draining cactus or succulent potting mix. Plant the cutting. Once the callus has formed, plant the cut end of the stem shallowly into the potting mix. Don't bury it too deep, and avoid overwatering at this stage. Water sparingly. Water the soil lightly to moisten it slightly. Avoid soaking the soil completely. Provide bright indirect light. Place the pot in a location with bright indirect sunlight. Avoid harsh midday sun. Wait for root development. Rooting can take several weeks or even months. Be patient and maintain consistent, light moisture in the soil. 2. Propagation from seed, less common. Propagating booby cactus from seeds is less common and takes much longer than stem cuttings. If you're up for a challenge, here's a basic guide. What you'll need: booby cactus seeds. Fresh seeds are ideal for germination. Well-draining cactus or succulent seed starting mix. Shallow container with drainage holes. Plastic wrap or humidity dome, optional. Warm location, around 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Steps: obtain fresh seeds. Viability decreases with seed age, so fresh seeds from a reputable source will give you the best chance of success. Prepare the seed starting mix. Moisten the cactus seed starting mix but ensure it's not soggy. Sow the seeds. Scatter the seeds on the surface of the moistened mix and lightly press them in. Don't bury them deeply. Maintain humidity. Cover the pot loosely with plastic wrap or a humidity dome to create a mini greenhouse environment. Provide warmth and light. Place the pot in a warm location, around 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, with bright indirect light. Monitor and care. Germination can take several weeks or months. Keep the soil slightly moist but not soggy. Once seedlings emerge, gradually increase ventilation by removing the plastic wrap or humidity dome for short periods. Thinning, optional. As seedlings grow, you may need to thin them out to prevent overcrowding. Additional tips: rooting hormone, optional. Dipping the cut end of the stem cutting in rooting hormone before planting can encourage root development, though it's not essential for booby cactus propagation. Patience is key. Propagating booby cactus, especially from seeds, requires patience. Don't expect instant results.